Okay. Okay. So I'm live. I think so. We are live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram at a single stretch. Probably we can see it. Let me. Hello. Okay. Okay. So there are people who are watching us in Insta as well. Oops. There's some issue with this Instagram. Okay. Good. Okay. Good. So yes. Hello. Welcome, Stories of Hope. Introvert Special has 22. So we are going forward. Last week I missed because of some personal issues, but yes, there are again messages coming up asking me what happened, Santhosh, why the show the show has been missing. We want it. So I thought again, okay, fine, I should not miss it. Sorry for that. Because of some personal issues, some personal engagements, I couldn't do it. I'm traveling. So yes, again we are back with our Stories of Hope Introvert Special. Today we have a special guest, and this is live on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. So let us invite our guest of our today's episode. That is Karthik. He is one of my friend, but yeah, he's a great leader. He's an introvert, not was. He's an introvert. Right now, he's on screen. Let me allow him directly on both the screens. Hello, Karthik. How are you doing?
Hi, Santhosh. Hi, good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm doing great. Thank you very much. It's amazing to be in your show. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Karthik. So first of all, bro, I should acknowledge you for whatever you're doing. You are I know that you have been doing very great doing your podcast, your content regarding leadership and all. You have written an ebook as well. I know that leadership 10101. So where I have seen a lot of value as well. So thank you for doing that, because I have seen, about your statements, what you're talking about, the leadership and all, that makes so profound. Thanks for doing that, because there are a lot of people who don't know the difference between a manager and a leader. So you have given an exact definition how a leader should be, how you have to lead the team. So there are a lot of things which we should learn from you. So today I just want to ask regarding that only, regarding how you have been with your introversion. I know that you are an introvert, but yeah, I know that you are action taker as well. So I have seen you from a couple of months where you are doing very great. Whatever you do, you help people a lot. So, I don't want to introduce about you. You give introduction about you, what all things you have done, please.
Okay, thank you very much. I'm really grateful to hear all that. Well, I attribute all those things to what I learned from my mentors, coaches, and gurus. So thank you very much. So now my journey, right? So what I have seen is that, as you rightly said, there are lots of managers who know how to manage lots of things. They're really good and they're skilled at lots of things. But what I have seen is that there is a real gap between how to lead, how to create a team which is inspired. How can you be inspired yourself? How can you keep growing and also help your team grow? So there are lots of gaps which I see, and my attempt is to reduce this gap, make sure that it's not to point out that someone is good or bad. It's to address the issue. It's to address the problem and help leaders to create better teams, and also help teams to work as a cohesive unit so that everyone trusts each other. There's a circle of safety so that we all move towards our goals and destinations. So that's the work I'm trying to do.
Go ahead, and this show, Karthik, has two buddy. I'm getting a result of that.
You're on mute on YouTube. Maybe you should unmute.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Yeah.
fine. So yes, I just repeated again. So I want to repeat it because I was mute on YouTube and all. So yes, this show is for people who got leap of faith in their life and achieved success personally and professionally. As in specific, if they're introverts, I have seen a lot of people. I'm calling each of them and I'm interviewing them so that a lot of people get the hope. So this show is not only for introverts; it can be for everyone, extroverts, introverts, everyone, because in everyone's life, this hope may be or may not be, I mean, may be missing. So from the stories which we are seeing, you also get some hope. And definitely, if this has been useful for your life, definitely it will be more useful for me as a person. I feel fulfilled because of doing this. So without any delay, let us go ahead. Our show is about, Karthik, our show is about two particular rounds. One is about the question and answers. Second will be about there will be a rapid fire. So I will be asking you some rapid fire kind of questions. You have to answer quickly. Okay.
All right.
So
cool.
So first, let us go ahead for the first round, that is about question and answers. So this is first of all my question regarding introversion in your life. So what exactly is happened in your life regarding introversion? How you have seen introversion, and any incident as such which you can tell our audience regarding your introversion and how it happened in your life?
Okay, that's a great question, because what you're actually trying to ask is, have you identified that you have this situation in your life? Because only when you are aware of the situation can you improve that. So it's a great question. Yes, I have experienced this in my life. I'll tell you an incident when I was in my school. It was my school annual event, and my English teacher calls me up and says, Karthik, you know what? I want you to give the final vote of thanks. And apparently, the vote of thanks was supposed to be given from the backstage. I did not even had to come in front of the people and talk about because of the lots of fears and doubts and the introversion that I had. You know what I did? I just kept escaping away from this teacher. I lost a great opportunity to be in front of such a big audience, and because of my introversion, I lost that. So that was my first incident where I got to know that I was an introvert, and I had to keep improving and come out of it.
Okay. So I mean, now you got to know about your introversion. Any incident as such which you thought, okay, I should come out of it? You tried something new which is uncomfortable to you, and got some confidence because of it.
Yeah, that's a great question. So fortunately, there was one such incident where it was like I did not do it on my own, but I was forced to do, and I'm just really thankful that it happened. In one of my companies, so I was going with my pre-sales team. We were going and pitching our product, and it was a big auditorium where all the students and teachers used to sit, maybe 300 plus audience that was. And this guy who was supposed to give that pitch for the product, his voice just went off because he probably drank something the previous night or something like that. During travel, he could not just speak. And you know what he did? It was a tablet where I had to give some presentation. He handed over me the tablet and said, Karthik, the stage is yours. And he just left the stage. I was sweating, I was shivering, but I know I had to do it. There is no other go. So I just had to face that fear, the fear of being in front of a bunch of people. And I just did that. And while I started doing it, that fear went off. And probably that was that switch moment where I realized that I can do it. In spite of being an introvert, I can face people, I can give a presentation. And that was that moment, Santhosh.
Great. So obviously things happen. Unfortunately, that turns our complete life. Right?
Exactly.
So correct. So this happened in my life as well. There are some moments where people pushed me to go. So fortunately, I got because of which I got a little bit confident that I can also do it. So thank you for reminding me that incident as well. So now coming to the next question is about after happening this forceful thing, whatever you told about going on stage, presenting the presentation. Right. After that, how you have transformed, what all things you have been doing, so that basically right now also introversion according to me is not a bad thing or something which is to be changed or anything. So absolutely. What according to you, what exactly introversion can be, and after that what all things you have been what you have done, and please let us know so that people also will get to know about it.
Okay, so nice. So that's an interesting question. So because introversion is not a condition as such, it's nothing to be afraid about. It's nothing to think that you do not have certain things in your life. It's just the person that you are. That's all introversion is. Having said that, because if you are an introvert like myself, you'll realize that you will have lots of strengths, lots of superpowers. In fact, like in one of your videos, you also spoke about it. One of the great strengths is you will be a great listener. You will pay really good attention, which means that you will have great attention to details. And in this era, in this time and age, focus is a very limited resource everyone has. But if you're an introvert, you will have this great attention to detail. So that's something I want you to understand. The next superpower is you'll be really see in your life, you might be uncomfortable talking to many other people, but if there is one person whom you have to be comfortable talking to, that's you yourself. And if you're an introvert, you'll be really comfortable being with yourself, spending time with yourself, and talking to yourself. So that's a great skill to have, because only by being with yourself, you will know what are the shortcomings, where you have to improve, and all these things. Okay, and next superpower, next skill that you have is you're great in one-on-one conversations. I have conversed with many introverts. In one-on-one, they really come alive. They are so energized and they're so comfortable in an one-on-one kind of a situation. So these are the great superpowers. If you can just repeat that question, I just want to know if I have addressed it right.
Yes, you have addressed it right. So I think whatever you have done, the same things even I have applied in my life. The superpowers which you told, the same things I also seen in me, that okay, I'm a good listener. I can talk right now also. If you are talking to me one-on-one, I can be very comfortable and I talk better. But if in a group, maybe I will be less silent, or may not be. I may not be expressing whatever I am.
Exactly.
So yes, thanks for that point. Thanks for that points, whatever you have told. So now coming to the leadership. So now coming to our real topic. So we have given a statement as leading yourself as an introvert. So what exactly that mean? What exactly you want to talk about, and why you have given that statement?
Okay. So it's like we think like, see, first of all, leadership is obviously about leading a bunch of people, helping them move towards the destinations and goals. And in the process, you evolve, you transform yourself. So that's essentially the crux of what leadership is. So, but now, if you're an introvert, you will think that it's really difficult for me to talk to people. I can't converse when there are a bunch of people. I cannot be comfortable. I lose things. I forget things. All these things happen, right? So how can an introvert transition into a leader? So that's what I'm trying to tell in this topic. So one of the things, let's take a scenario. If let's say I want you to meet me now. Okay, I'll say, Santhosh, let's meet up now. So the first question that you will have, if people listening live, what will be the first question that you will have? Please type in. We just want it to be interactive. If I want Santhosh to meet me, what do you think will be his first question? If anyone can type in, it will be really amazing to interact with you all. Okay, I'm sure you would have guessed it. First thing Santhosh should ask is, where are you? Where the hell are you? Where should I come and meet you, right? So that's what Santhosh will want to know. So the first thing you have to know is the goal, your destination, where you want to go. And if Santhosh knows that I'm in Bangalore, is it enough? Probably no. He needs to know the path. He needs to know how to get to Bangalore. If he's coming on road, he doesn't prefer landing up in some lake in Bangalore, right? He needs to find the road, travel in that road. So he needs a map, which means he needs a guiding system to reach the destination. So he has a map, he has a guiding system. But what if he does not have that intention to go to Bangalore? If he just sits around, if he's really comfortable, he doesn't want to meet, he will never do that. So the third point is he needs that intention and intention to meet. So basically to start that journey and get on to that. So in a very, I try to think about lots of steps, but I thought I just need to simplify it. And this is the simplest I could reach. So the goals, the path and the intention that you need to have. This is what is the path to leadership. Now, as an introvert, how can you do it? Right? That's a big question now we all have. The first thing, goal. In my own community, if I just have to talk a little bit on that, one of the core values I teach for anyone to become a leader is self-leadership, and it's also about self-discipline. So it's okay if you're starting off and if you think you cannot lead a bunch of people, that's absolutely okay. But one person, as I said before, one person you have to and must lead is yourself. Okay, because no one else is going to do that. You have to do it, but there are going to be support systems for sure. For example, we have groups with like Santhosh, what he's doing. Proud Introverts is his group where he gives you that support system so that you reach your path without any problems and trouble. So that is what I want you to start doing. If you're an introvert, get your goals right. Have clarity on your goals, so where you want to reach. Get your support systems, and then be self-disciplined. Show that self-leadership for yourself, and that's the best way to get started off as an introvert on a leadership journey. I have something more to add to that, Santhosh. If you have anything else, I can just talk about that.
Yes, again, you told about, but there will be a fear, Karthik. To be frank, it is an open statement. I mean, I started whenever I was in my college days. Before that, I used to have a lot of fear. Means whether I can do it, because it's an extrovert work. Leadership is about extroverts. I mean, that's the thinking which I have in my mind. Like, I mean, only extroverts can do it. People who are already having influence very close to the, I mean, it can be teachers, it can be professors, whatever it can be. So they are the ones who can do it, but I can't do it. That is what I used to believe in. So yeah, how to overcome this kind of thing when you want to become a leader?
Okay. Today also happens to be the World Story Day. That's what I saw somewhere in the internet. So I think it makes sense to tell a small story just to give you that confidence that will this framework work or not, this 3-step framework. And I happen to use it in my own life, and it's through that experience that I was able to derive this. Okay, I'll just tell you a small incident. So it was my graduation time, a year before my graduation, and I was supposed to get into this next job and all that. I was supposed to crack the interview, get into the job, and I was someone who was in the 70-ish percentage, not a very bad student, okayish kind of a student. I used to perform well. So I thought, okay, interview is just another process. I'll just go crack it. I'll get the job and come back. First company comes in. With the pride I go. First round is done. They start announcing name. Nowhere to be seen. My name is not to be seen anywhere. That was a really bad moment. Then I could not crack that, even the first round of that company. I went home really sad, and I thought, okay, anyway, next company is there. I will crack it. But my energy was low. I did not have that support system. Although I had that goal of cracking the interview, I did not have this support system or the pathway to reach there. Okay, that's what I want you guys to keep in mind. So now I come to the next interview, cannot clear it. Third company, cannot clear it. Fourth company, cannot clear it. Fifth company, I write and come, my name doesn't come. And my friend says that name is not there, you just go back home. So what I want you to understand is you can have goals, but if you're trying to go at it all alone, you will suffer. So find groups like what Santhosh has, or what I'm trying to do in my own community, and they will give you that necessary support system. It'll teach you 3 things. It'll teach you the mindset, skill set, and the tool set for you to get onto this path. Okay, that's something I want to tell you. And the intention was there. I had that self-discipline. So through this self-leadership, I was able to push myself through in this situation. Although it took me a lot of trauma and pain and all that, but I was still able to push through and get to crack the interview and get the job. So that was my journey, and I realized that I actually used the same 3-step framework to crack that situation.
Perfect. So yes, thank you, Karthik, for telling that. Even for me as well, for me, the intent. So why I want to do it is very important, how I have been coming out of it. So when I started it, when I in my college, before college days, I the same thing. I used to have a lot of fear being on stage. I used to shiver a lot, and I cannot even speak a word. In that too, my communication skills are very bad, to be frank, because I came from a very small town where they will talk only local language. My education and all stuff is been in local language. Even though I studied in English medium, but yeah, teachers also used to speak in Telugu over there. My mother tongue is Telugu. So
Okay.
there I don't have this communication as well. So at that moment I have this fear. But only one thing in my mind is about intent, because I want to first of all come out of my fear, and that is where my
Great.
intent started. That is where I pushed myself doing all the stuff. So whatever you're telling, it's about the intent. So the same thing, whatever you have been telling, intent of doing something on yourself, or it can be people, it can be anything, that which drives
Exactly.
you every day. So that is where I also came out of my fear of being
Yeah.
something good on me.
That's
Yes.
great. So Santhosh, I just want to add one more thing. Can I just do that?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so now I spoke about the self-leadership part, right? As an introvert, that's a
Yes.
great place to start off with. Now, how do you transition into a leader who can lead people and bigger teams? That's something I just want to tell you. So now let's take that example of you driving and coming to Bangalore, right? So now you know the destination, you know the path, you set out on
Hmm.
your journey. You have the right intention as well. That means you have checked your car, you have made sure the fuel is there, you have taken all the things for your journey, and now on towards this journey, what you will also see, because at this stage you have already shown that self leadership, you have led yourself to go towards the destination. Now what you will also realize in in this journey is that uh, I've improved myself, and I've been working on myself, I'm improving myself, I'm learning things. Maybe I have something to offer for someone else. You'll start getting these thoughts during this journey. That's when you'll realize that you'll see people struggling in being in the similar positions like what you are, and that's when you'll say, okay, maybe I can give you a lift on my journey. We're going towards the same just destination. Why don't you come along? And then
Correct.
you will see this group becoming bigger and bigger and bigger, and that's when that switching moment is when you'll realize you're not only a self leadership person, you can also be a leader for a bigger group.
Okay, great. Awesome. So it's about uplifting others, as
Yeah.
simple as it.
So you can only do that when you're leading yourself. So you start off with this journey, don't worry about leading 100, 200, 300 people. That will eventually happen during this journey.
Okay, great. This is very profound. And yes, self leadership is the one which drives the people as well. So, yes, lead by example. In specific, I can tell lead by example. If you are leading yourself, obviously, you can lead hundreds and thousands of people, right?
Absolutely.
So, yeah, thank you, Karthik, for even that insightful information. Now, coming to again, what all by, I mean, again, we are almost coming to the end of our first round. That is about to the young people out there,
Yeah.
how you want to define, if they're introvert in specific, how you want to define them, telling what they have to do to become a great leader. In specific, there are a lot of as an young, as an young entrepreneur in specific, or as an young employee, I used to think how to become a great leader. So I have seen a lot
Okay.
of people who are leading the way, but they are not exactly leading the way which I want. They are just pushing me or managing me in a different style. So I used to hate working with them, to be frank. I want to be giving that statement. So how to
Okay.
become a good leader, and that too becoming a good person to my employees or the people who are around me. So how can I do it as a leader?
Okay. Um, See, if when it comes to leadership, it's how, if will you give me 1 lakh rupees without trusting me? You will never do that, right? So uh, when it comes to leadership, it's about the trust that you can build, that you have to first trust yourself. That's where the self leadership comes in. Then your people should start trusting you, you should start trusting your people. So uh, when you can build this doesn't happen in 1 day or 2 day, it happens over time. Just like, deep meaningful relationship, just like love, just like friendship, it takes time to build and happen, right? So just like the trust takes time, and you cannot just pick one incident and say because of this trust happened. You have to do it over and over and over again. And if you actually look back and see why you hate some people, why you hate some bosses, it's because they behaved in a way that they probably did not trust you, or they did not spend time building trust with you, right? So that's one very important aspect of becoming a leader. And you can build trust by when you're self-disciplined, when people watch you doing the things, when your thoughts, your actions are really coherent, when what you say and what you do are coherent, people will automatically start having confidence and they'll start building trust. So that's a very basic thing you can start developing if you want to become leader.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Karthik. So this is also very useful, because a lot of leaders, people will only think about, I have to give work because they are working under me, so I have to just give work and take work in return, that's it. But yeah, this point most of the people miss it in the starting. So this is the basic foundation, to be frank. This is a foundation step which every leader should take up, so that first of all, building trust is one thing, may make them also get motivated. Because if you are trusting someone, obviously they will also think, okay, he is trusting me, I have to actually build the, I should not break the trust. So because of which they also get the drive, and they also push themselves. So even I completely agree with you, because I have seen in one of my manager where he completely trusted me. I don't know why, what he saw in me. He just trusted me. From there, I worked for him like anything. Every Saturday, Sunday, I used to work for him. I don't know how it came out of me. So even I don't feel bad as well, when even though working Saturday, Sundays, giving extra time, I don't feel bad, because I know that he trusted me a lot, right?
Yeah.
So yeah,
And
that is so profound.
yeah, and even Vishwanath is there. We were part of a team, a part of a startup, where we actually worked without salary for 3 months. Is because we trusted each other, we trusted the leadership that time, and they also paid back the salary later on, because startup goes through lots of troubled times and all that. So I'm sure he'll be able to relate to that. So thanks, Vishwa, for joining.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Vishwanath, for joining in Insta. So I think yes. So with that, we are done with our first round, that is about question and answers. Now coming to your personal life. So this is about the rapid fire, very quick.
Okay.
I think 4 to 5 questions. So before going into our second round, who are watching in Insta, or it can be in Facebook. I think Insta, I will be providing the links and all. Probably you can already. Karthik is on live. You can go to his profile and you can check his links and all. If you are in YouTube or Facebook, already the links of our Karthik are already there in the description. You can go and follow him on LinkedIn, Facebook, and even the book which he has written, that is Leadership 101, which has been, he has given some principles over there about leadership and all. That's also one beautiful book. So you can see that link also in the description. So for Instagram, you can directly follow Karthik over there, and you can get the links from him directly. So yes, that is about first round. Now going ahead for the second round, Karthik, that is about rapid fire. So there is one question which we got from the audience, that is, who is your inspiration, Karthik? This is one rapid fire even. Who is your inspiration?
Okay. If you ask me, real inspiration for me to get on to leadership journey is Simon Sinek. He's someone who I really follow and I love following. And there are lots of stories which inspires me. Even the entrepreneurship stories of Ratan Tata and so many great people whom we have, Abdul Kalam. No, they've been really great leaders. So story-wise, lots of people are there. Even in my own family, my own, to pick up a.
Yep. Okay. So next question is about, are you a night owl, or you prefer doing your things in the morning?
Preference is morning, but for some reason I've turned out to be a night owl, which I'm trying to change that habit. So I'm in that transition phase now.
Okay. Okay. So you told about your introversion and all. So any one person or two person at least who told, when you are in school or college days, that telling you are an introvert. And right now, Karthik, we have seen you, how you have been how you have took the transition transformed yourself, being a leader, leading by example, doing a lot of stuff in social media and adding a lot of value. Anyone called you or pinged you? So I think we have one comment right now from one of your friend, I believe. Very proud that you are my classmate. All the best, Karthik. Yeah. So any as
Yeah.
such
So thank
messages?
you very much, Ashwini, for joining. Yeah, I think the proof is right there. So I'm really thankful for all my friends who have supported me. To you, Santhosh, who you also been very supportive of what I've been doing. Um, and yes, so when you really believe in that mission and when you work towards it, people will start recognizing and they'll start supporting. So you will create that a team who are part of that mission, and that's really humbling experience.
Okay. So you didn't answer my question. Any bully? I want to say any bully who
Oh,
bullied
okay.
you in your school days or college days. Right now he told, yes,
Yes.
Karthik, you have transformed a lot.
Probably they haven't spoken yet to me. Those who bullied me, probably sometime
Okay.
later they will speak to me. But I have been a victim of bullying. That has happened. Not in
Okay.
the school where I was with Ashwini, who's here now. It was in a different school.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So again, talking about your motivation. So it is not easy again as a leader. That in specific, I'm asking. As a leader, it's not every day you will be motivated and you will be coming out and talking to your team like, yes, we have to do it. We have to do it. That energy will not be there every day. So I don't want to ask you regarding books. Apart from books, what is your driving factor? It can be in specific entertainment like songs or movies. Any as such, I mean, drive which you have. You listen to songs or you watch movies a lot. What kind of movies and what kind of songs you listen a lot?
Well, off late, I just saw one series, which is the Undercover Billionaire. Um, it really spoke about a lot of things. One was leadership, how you can, because you have to start with $100, and the target is to become a millionaire within 3 months.
Correct.
You have to have lots of skills, right? You have to show self leadership, you have to lead others, because without leading others you can't make that
Correct.
reach that goal. So that was really something which was inspiring, Santosh.
Okay. Okay. So great. Now again coming to the book side. So what is your favorite book?
uh, lots of things. So starting from, I think one of the greatest leaders that we have, which is, the Bhagavad Gita itself. That's a great book which talks about leadership, how you can get the best of the best. Even the best will have doubts, right? Arjuna was the best student, best archer ever. He still had doubts. He had to fight his self-doubts. He had to show that self-leadership. He needed someone to mentor him and coach him and guide him. And I think that's one of the biggest gifts we all have. We all need to really understand the essence of it. Apart from that, as I said, books from Simon Sinek, John Maxwell, lots of things, Dave Gadvi. So I've lots of books which I personally love reading.
Okay. Okay, fine. So we are done with our second round, but before going ahead, I just want to ask you one statement which you want to give to the people out there who want to become leaders, and in specific, if they are introverts.
Okay, one specific sentence.
Statement. Yes, sentence.
Statement. Me and Santosh believe in you more than you believe in yourself. So you have it in you and you can do it.
Yes. Okay, good one. Smart
Thank
answer.
you.
Okay, fine. So yes, with this we are done with our stories of hope introvert special. Thank you so much, Karthik, once again for coming over here and giving a lot of insights, because I know that you are being occupied with a lot of a lot of things over there. Just a single phone call just transformed it into a. I mean, being over here, it's not easy. I know that how busy you are with your work. So thank you once again for being there. I am so grateful for this particular opportunity. It's a privilege for me also to host you, because I have been seeing you from almost few months. I saw you how you are been leading it. I know you are doing your own. I mean, you are doing some work as well. Apart from that, you are doing some value addition to people where you're talking about leadership and all. You have written an ebook. So I'm very thankful for this, for being over there and making it to my show. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Santhosh, and it's great work that you're doing, helping introverts and making them believe in themselves. That's the best thing you can do. So all the best for that.
Thank you so much, Karthik. So yes, I think we are done for this Stories of Hope Introvert Special has 22. So we'll be coming up with more episodes and more people who are been achieving success in their life personally and professionally. So if you want to follow me, the link is in the description. I think Instagram, it is in my bio over there. You can follow me. All the links are there in that. So you can just click, and even I have written a book called as Voice for Self-Love. In specific, if you are an introvert, this is must read, because everyone, even though he can be a person, he want to become a leader. First of all, self love, as Karthik already told about self leadership. So in the same way, first of all, self love is to be there, and you have to know how to raise your voice as well. It's not like only having I love myself. You have to raise your voice, otherwise people will not identify you. So that's what it has been written in that Voice for Self Love, which is within 4 steps. So probably that will be the most important thing when you go for anything. As an introvert, this is very important thing. So with that note, thank you so much who are been supporting me and pushing me towards this bigger mission. So it's about, again, introversion. It is not a disease. As I always tell, it's not about something which is to be seen as bad thing. It's good. Introversion is also good. You have to use the superpowers, as Karthik also told about it. You have to use the powers inside you, and you can make wonders with it. So whatever I have done the same thing, Karthik has done the same thing. Whoever you can see, the big celebrities out there, they have also done the same thing. Whatever superpowers they have, they have used them, and they become one of the great personalities in our world itself. So with that, thank you so much for joining live, and I'm so grateful for you to making this big. Making this very, very big, because people are pinging me means I am so grateful for this opportunity. I'm also very thankful to God, because he has given me some platform that yes, I am also doing something for other people, which adds a lot of value in other people's life. Thank you so much. We'll be meeting you again in the Stories of Hope Introvert Special in the next episode, and see you. Have a nice weekend. Thank you, Karthik.
Thank you all. Bye.